What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome. My name is Meg, and today I'm going to show you how to get this glitzy glam event makeup. Today I'm going to show you how to get this eye makeup look. I think that it is perfect for special occasions or events, like a wedding that you may have coming up. I think that this is going to be the makeup that I wear to my best friend's wedding because I'm just in love with how it is. It is super easy. It looks complicated. It looks fancy, but it is so easy. I promise if you're new at makeup, you'll be able to achieve it. Don't forget to subscribe before we get started, and let's get into it. With this look, I really want to have that crisp edge there, and for me, the easiest way to achieve that is just laying down some tape and going from there. You can get through your eye looks a lot faster this way, or you can always clean it up with concealer when you're done. But to prep my lids, I'm just going to jump into my Tarte Shape Tape. This isn't in the best condition because it's literally all gone. I just ordered a new one, so I have more on the way, thankfully. But I just like laying this down because it's super opaque. And if you're working with bright colors, it's best to not set your base, so like the intensity and the pigmentation don't get lost or like veiled through a setting powder. But since we're just doing a smoky eye today, I'm just going to set my base. But this Tarte concealer is a really good base to use if you were to not set, if you were wanting to do something more colorful. That was the point I was getting at. So to set, I just use my RCMA No Color Translucent Powder, and I just pack this on with a brush, and then I will whisk away any extra product. And then I also like to start curling my lashes. I curl my lashes probably like 3 times before I actually put mascara on. This just helps the curl last and the shape stay. So today I'm reaching into the OG Jaclyn Hill in Morphe palette. I absolutely love this palette. I know a lot of people have this palette, so I think that, you know, it's a really good pick, and it's what I love to use for this eyeshadow look. So I'm going to take a combo of Silk Cream and MEFO. These two colors right here. Picking them up on Real Techniques 203 blending brush. I know this brush looks dirty, but trust me, it's clean. It's like a clean dirty. And I'm blending this pretty high up, and this is why I love using tape, because you can be pretty haphazard with how you apply these first couple of shadows. So I'm just leaving like the teensiest amount of space under my brow bone. And then always make sure to tap off the excess. And I'm bringing this all the way to my inner corner because this is going to be a halo eye, but don't let that intimidate you. It's going to be a really, really easy halo eye. I promise it's not going to be complicated. And it's easy to do if you're a beginner. And then also in between each step, because I get a little bit crazy with my editing, fast forwarding stuff, in between each step after I apply a new shadow, I'm always going to go back and forth with a big, clean, fluffy brush to blend the edges. I'm also bringing the shade down onto my lid, and then now I'm going to move on to Pooter. This is like my second favorite shade in this palette. And then a similar process, I'm just not going to blend this up quite as high. Like this is probably as high as I'm going to blend this up. So I just do a mixture of back and forth windshield wiper motions and then also circular motions. And then I'm also just going to take this down onto the lid too. So we'll all start making sense just in a second. These colors are buildable the darker that you get, so how smoky you want to make this is up to you. I generally put down 2 to 3 layers of the shadow before I'm happy with how it looks. Now moving on to Mocha, which is my favorite color in this palette. I'm still using the same brush, by the way. This is why I love looks like this, because you just do both eyes at the same time, work your way from lightest to darkest. You don't need to have a bunch of equipment with you. So for this, I'm gonna keep it pretty concentrated right to my actual, right where the crease is, right where my eyeball divots into my skull, I guess you could say. So I'm just gonna do windshield wiper motions, again, bringing it all the way to the inner corner. And then now is where I'm gonna start, you know, developing that halo shape. Because I'm gonna take my Real Techniques detailer brush and I'm just gonna slowly start packing the color on. Again, you don't have to be precise about leaving the middle open because it's not really gonna matter a whole lot. If you're more comfortable, you could just cover the whole lid again with this color, but I'm just starting to map out the shape, and then I'm also gonna build this up with probably 2 layers of shadow. Now I'm going into the KKW Mario palette, and from here I am going to be taking the shade Loyalty. It's like this nice deep taupe color. That's kind of like the one thing that the Jaclyn palette doesn't really have. You could always use like the darkest brown that's at the bottom of the palette, but I prefer this because it's not as harsh, but it's just gonna add a little hint of depth to the look. And then this, I'm keeping the closest to my lid and crease area. I'm not gonna be buffing this out a ton. So again, with the back and forth motion, building that up into the crease, outer corner to inner corner, and then this is where the more defined halo is gonna come into play. So we have that mocha color pretty much all across the lid. This, we're not gonna bring it in quite as far, but you just want to have that hint of darkness at the very inner corner and the very outer corner. So I'm gonna bring it in like that far. And then I'm gonna hug the very outer edge out here. Like that. So you can just see the difference of just adding the shadow and how it makes the eye look so much more dramatic, but it's like you put minimal effort into it. So I'm just gonna work on blending this out. And for the last step for shadow, I'm gonna take these first 2 in Light and Beam on a Morphe E36, and I'm gonna use this to highlight my brow bone. Now for the drama that's gonna go in the middle of her eye, I am taking my little Stila Magic. This is the Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow. This is in Kit and Karma. It's rose gold. It's so beautiful. I love this product because it's so easy to apply. You just use the applicator that's there, dot some product on, call it a day. If you want less product, you can transfer it to a brush and apply it that way. But I'm just applying this to the very center of my eye. And I'm gonna go slightly above, like right where my eye would start to crease. And then I'm gonna take that same detailer brush and just blend the product out so there's not a harsh line. And that is that. With these, the only thing is that you need to wait until they're dry until you look up, or else you will risk transferring the product. But once it's dry, it is set into place. And I also haven't had issue with this flaking or anything. I know some people complained about that when this first came out. I've never experienced that. Just don't pack a crap ton of it on your lid and you'll be good. And then off camera, what I'm gonna do is just add a very thin line of black liquid liner, and then I'll be back to show you the rest of my face. Hello. So I am back. I just wanted to show you how I finish off my brows. I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I use medium brown, and then in the very front I have taupe. So I like to have like a little bit of a fade, and then what I like to do after I put taupe down is I go back in with my medium brown and I try my sad attempt at drawing hair-like strokes to kind of make it look a little bit three-dimensional because I really have sad brows. All right, so to finish up this eye look, we are almost done. We are so close. Back to Jaclyn Hill. I put my Kim Kardashian palette away because I'm lazy, so I don't want to dig it back out. But I'm going to go into this darkest brown here in the palette, which is Central Park. Normally, I would just reach back in for that taupey shade, but like I said, I'm lazy AF, so I'm going in with a Morphe M432, and I'm just going to stamp and wiggle this as close to my lashes as I can get it. What I'm going to do is take a hint of mocha and mostly a lot of powder, mix them together on this E36 and blend it out. So I'm just gonna smoke this out. I forgot to mention earlier, with my tape, if you're doing this with me, it's kind of useless now. You can see I brought the tape down a little bit further, like I didn't bring it like right up to here, because I like to blend my lower lash line into my crease. Can't believe I forgot to explain that earlier. I'm so great at what I do. And I'm basically just taking this from inner corner to outer corner, blending it out, and I'm gonna build this up a little bit, just a little bit more. Then, taking a really small blending brush, this is Urban Decay, it came in a palette. No, it's like not probably helpful to you, but I'm gonna go back in with Silk Cream and just very lightly, slightly blend those edges. If you're new to doing like a heavy smoked out lower lash line, you wanna know how far to bring it down, I kind of squint my eye a little bit and you can kind of see like right where that shape is, and that's kind of how far I will blend this lightish shadow down. Now here you can see the difference. I feel like this eye looks more cohesive, it looks more blended out, it looks more smoky. It's just a look that I prefer. Whatever you prefer, you do you. So I'm gonna finish this eye off, add mascara, and then come back for lips and setting spray and finishing this video off. So for falsies, I just stuck my finger in glue. But I use my Ardell Wispies. These are my go-to, like natural, but still adds like some volume to my lashes. I like that I can still see my makeup through my lashes. It's not covering up everything that we just did. Normally I wear this look without falsies and it still looks really great. Normally I'm not a fan of wearing them, but for a special occasion, I will put them on. So for lips, I started with a lip liner. This is Model Co lip liner. It just is like in one general shade. So I've outlined my lips with that. I'm gonna fill them in with the NYX Nude Suede Shoes lip liner. If you're on the pale side, this is like a perfect pinky nude lip liner without it being like too brown of a nude. To top off, I'm gonna take my KKW Beauty Gloss in Super Nude. I just love wearing gloss because I feel like my lips are getting hydrated and it's just so easy and it's not super sticky or anything. I really like the formula of this lip gloss. So, setting spray, I forgot. I'm gonna put on my Morphe Set and Prep. I know it will last all day. I think that this is something great to pick up if you want something that is gonna keep your makeup on, if you're gonna be like in a hot or humid situation. It's $15, so it is like about half the price of a typical setting spray. I still really like Urban Decay All Nighter. That one's really good. That will keep your makeup in place. Max Vicks Plus will make you look more dewy. And then this one, I feel like it's a combination of the two. So that is going to wrap it up for the tutorial today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below what you'd like to see from me next. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.